I'm going to be talking about today your financial comeback battle plan. 7-step strategy to building a new financial future for yourself. You know, the entire world today is in financial crisis right now. Somebody said earlier in one of our meetings, he said, we're all in the same storm and in the same boat. And I'm like, no, we are not in the same boat. We may be all in the same storm. Yeah, the storm is here. The COVID-19 storm, it's here. But here's the thing. All of us are actually not in the same boat. As a matter of fact, there's some people that you're in a dinghy, you know, as far as financially. Some of you are in a fishing boat. Some of you, you know, you're in a cruise ship, man. You've just been cruising through life, right? And then there's others of us who we're in an aircraft carrier. We're in a battleship. We've got all of our fighter jets setting out on the runway. And so everybody is in the storm, but not everybody has the same boat. And in this session that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to help you. If you feel like you're in a dinghy and the waves are coming and the storm is raging, I'm going to help you move out of the dinghy and help you build an aircraft carrier battleship that can handle any financial crisis, handle any financial storm, so that you will win the war. That's why I called it your comeback battle plan. All right. Now, there's some of you, you're not even in a dinghy. There's some of you, you're in one of those little round tubes, the inner tubes, where they have a rope on the end and they throw it out in the water to save you while you're in an emergency, you're drowning. And some of you, you're in that little inner tube and the waves are taking you up and down and all around. And it feels like you have absolutely no control. And that's where most people are who are in middle class and in poverty. It's like you don't even have a boat. You wish you had a dinghy. You wish you had a fishing boat. But you're in this little raft, and really the waves and the storms are taking you where they want to take you because you lack resources and money. And whenever you lack resources and you lack money, here's what you'll find. You'll lack control of where you're going. Outside forces end up taking you where they want to take you. And let me tell you, my friend, outside forces want to take you to the Niagara Falls. That's where outside forces want to take you, to the cliff and push you over the edge so you'll meet your destruction. So when you have no control, when you're living middle class, living paycheck to paycheck, or worse, living in poverty, you don't have control of your life. And whenever you lose control, here's what I'll tell you, you lose confidence. And that's why so many people today, they're in panic mode. They're in fear mode. Why? Because their confidence has been shaken. And I want to help you restore that. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel like I am inside of that little inner tube and things are happening to me and I have no control. I've been there. I've lost everything and had to move into my mother-in-law's house. And the strategies that I'm going to give you today are strategies that help me get out of that situation and totally turn my life around. And the strategies I'm going to share have helped so many people around the world already as I've been sharing my Living Wealthy message. And so here's what I want you to know. Your little Christian cliches are not going to get you out of this. Yeah, our little Christian cliches. What do we say during these times? We have these little Christian cliches. Oh, God is in control. God is in control of all this. Okay, you know, we have these little Christian cliches that say, you know, hey, I'm just entering into the rest of God. I'm just entering into His rest, and trusting that God's going to just take care of everything. Or we hear these little cliches, one day God's going to turn it around. Woo! This is going to be the year. This is going to be the month where everything's going to change. Yeah, somebody say yes. Or we hear, we hear these little things. Well, we are just, we're just poor and middle class family. That's what we are. And we love God and we serve God. And maybe this is where we're supposed to be in life. And you see, all these little Christian cliches, in my mind, they're all buzzwords. They're buzz statements that really reveal that we don't really have a real financial solutions to the problems we're facing. So when you don't have a real solution, you come up with cliches, you come up with fancy terminologies to justify why you're in the situation you're in. And let me tell you, my friend, the first step to financial turnaround, the first step is taking 100% responsibility for where you are, to stop the cliches, to stop the facade, and take responsibility that right now I feel like I am in this little tube, and things are out of control. And that's the first step. You take responsibility. Hey, I put me here. And you stop blaming the past. You start blaming what happened to you. You stop blaming your situation and blaming everybody else and blaming COVID and blaming all day. And you take responsibility. But number two, you take ownership. It's one thing to say, hey, I messed up. That's taking responsibility. It's another thing to say, I'm not only going to take responsibility for my financial situation, I am going to take ownership. Ownership means now I am going to do something about it. So the fact we have these buzz statements is proof that we haven't really offered financial solutions to the problems that we're facing. The second thing is, it's like, we're also clueless to the fact, those little cliches, that you're in an emergency right now. It's also evident that you don't really have a financial plan for the future. And we all know if you don't have a plan, you're planning to what? Fail. So my question to you, do you really have a financial plan? Do you have it outlined strategically on how you're going to build wealth in your life? Here's what I'm guessing. 98% of people that I've coached, when I say, show me your financial battle plan, they don't have one. And so everybody agrees. I haven't run into anybody that says, if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. I haven't heard anybody say that. But when we nail it down to your finances, 98%, they don't even have a plan. And here's the other thing. That whole dynamic of, well, we're just poor and middle class, but we love the Lord and we're going to heaven, and notice that word, we're just poor and a middle class family. We're just. See, as long as you're just something, guess what? You never have to become anything. So justification is just justifying why you're in the position that you're in. And as long as you justify your life, you're not taking responsibility and you're not taking ownership in your life. And guess what? I'm going to tell you, the waves are going to come. And in the future, when you retire, let me tell you, your future is not going to look very good, because you're going to get to retirement. You're going to realize, wow, I've been in this dinghy. I've been in this inner tube. And the currents of life have taken me to the Niagara Falls. I want to change that. I want you to know that if you're in middle class or anywhere, they're categorizing that anywhere between 20,000 to 147,000. That's the new gap for middle class living. Middle class, I want you to hear this. Middle class is becoming the new poor. All right. And what we've got to realize is that you are in an emergency if you fit into that gap. See, if you don't think you're in an emergency, you'll just, you'll just keep doing what you've been doing and think everything's fine. But let's define what an emergency is. I named this that for a reason, because an emergency is a serious, unexpected, and often dangerous situation requiring immediate action. I love that. An emergency, it's a serious time. It's a dangerous time. Sometimes it's an unexpected time when it requires, in the midst of that danger, it requires immediate action. You see, my friend, our enemy to building a financial future, our enemy to our comeback season is complacency. Being complacent where you are, being satisfied with just getting by. And what happens when we get complacent? There's no sense of urgency. See, when you sound the alarm, woo, 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 I know that's a horrible alarm, but when you sound the alarm, what is it like? It's like, man, I got to do something. I need immediate action. And see, I believe with all my heart that life changes at the moment of decisions. And I believe right now I am sending a wake-up call to all my friends, to anybody who's listening to this. You are in an emergency. You need to stop acting like you're in a comfort zone, that you're in a safe place, and you need to realize danger, danger, danger. You're heading towards the Niagara Falls. You better do something. And what do you do if you know you're heading towards the Niagara Falls? Continue to kick back on your lounge chair, continue to watch YouTube, continue to watch TV. No, you better realize, hey, man, the cliff's coming. You better get in your boat and turn the other direction and start rowing your boat as fast as you can in a new direction. And I hope this is the launching pad for that. You know, one of my billionaire friends, I asked him, I said, what would you tell people? I go around, I travel, and I talk to people about wealth. I said, what would you tell people? What would be some words of wisdom? And here's what he said to me. It blew me away. He said, I would tell them that if they're not a millionaire yet, that they can't afford cable television. I'm like, whoa. He said, listen, Keith, it's not that they can't pay for it. He said they can't afford to be watching it because they're wasting valuable time where they should be building wealth that protects them for the future. What they're doing is they're wasting time in doing things that is not going to help build their future. And I'm like, wow, that's really huge. And my mind goes to, millionaire Myron Golden, one of my friends. I just ate with him last week, and he wrote the book From the Trash Man to the Cash Man. Man, I love that, because he was working for the garbage company, and today he's a multi-millionaire. And in his book, the first thing he said he did was he literally took his TV. He got fed up with being a trash man, and he took his TV and he took it outside and he threw it in the trash, and then he said, this thing has wasted my time. I haven't been building my life like I should. I haven't been building my mind like I should. I haven't been building my businesses like I should. He put it in the trash can, and he said that was a defining moment. See, that's the guy who realizes he's in an emergency, that if he doesn't do something immediately, that his life is not going to change. I celebrate you, my friend Myron Golden, for what that decision you made. You see, my friend, you got to realize you are in. That's why I call it a battle plan. I know we don't want to talk about wars and all that kind of stuff. It's not popular today, but you are in a war. Everything is against you. Don't you feel like it? It's like the world system is against you. The banks are against you. Sometimes you feel like your bosses are against you. They want to put a cap on your potential. Sometimes even religious theologians out there are against you building your wealth. And we all know that we have an enemy. There's an enemy. And Jesus said what? He said, He said, the thief comes to rob, kill, and destroy, but I have come to what? To give you an abundant life. So Jesus acknowledges there is an enemy trying to steal from you, trying to rob from you, trying to destroy your wealth. You have an enemy and you are at war, my friend. And here's what I want you to know in sounding this alarm, sounding this emergency bell. Here's the fact. See, if you're over 50, I want you to hear this. You need right now $1.8 million in your bank to live at a nice $100,000 a year income. So to live the life that you're living right now, you need at least $1.8 million. See, where are you at as far as that goes? See, when you start having some sort of measuring line, see, we all think we're okay till we start saying, wait a minute, let's check the scorecard. Let's see how well you're doing. So if you're over 50, where are you at on that $1.8 million? See, we got people who are spiritual who don't even believe God wants them to be a millionaire and fight it and resist it. And yet, if you don't build at least 1.8 million, you're doomed to living a middle class life and barely getting by in retirement. If you're 42 and you retire with $1 million in the bank, and by the time you retire, you're only going to make $19,000 a year on that $1 million. If you're 32 years old, okay, and you retire with 1 million, you are going to live below the poverty line. See, if you're a young person, especially a millennial, you're going to need at least $3.3 million going into retirement. So the question is no longer, do you want to be a millionaire? The question now is, you got to be a millionaire. Aren't you paying attention? Everything is scaling up now. You see, millionaire is going to be the new middle class. I want you to know that. Millionaire is going to be the new middle class. We're talking on new scales, but our minds haven't gone to new scales. We're throwing around numbers of trillions of dollars. We're throwing numbers around of billions like it's casual now. Oh, he's a billionaire. We're not talking about millions anymore. You see, the world economically has scaled up, but many of us in our minds, we have not scaled up. And let me tell you, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Have you scaled up your belief systems? When I was in my mother-in-law's house, I decided to scale my belief systems up. I was stuck thinking six figures, and I'm like, wow, man, I need to think millions. That's what I need. So I want to go right into your financial comeback battle plan. 7-step strategies. I want to give you 7 steps for building your new financial future. And these are steps that I took in the midst where I lost everything, all right? And I want to give you strategy number 1. Strategy number 1 is you've got to get disgusted. You've got to get disgusted. You see, disgust is one of the most powerful emotions that you will ever experience in life. Man, when you get like totally disgusted, where you say, I have had it. This enough is enough. See, when you hit the bottom, that's one of the best places that you can experience in life. That feeling of, you know what? My financial life has to change. When you get to that place, man, I'm telling you, it's the most awesome place that you ever can get to. And I hope that you are saying right now, if you're in big trouble, that you're saying, you know what? I'm disgusted that I allowed myself and my family to get into this situation now, that I am waiting on the government to send me a check. I am waiting on unemployment to send me a check. See, you should be mad that you haven't built a financial war chest so strong that you could care less. See, you're in a dinghy. And what we're trying to do is get you into this massive battleship where the storms of economic crisis cannot touch you anymore. And here's what I want to encourage you with this. What you continue to tolerate, you cannot change. You see, your finances have not changed because you've tolerated where you're at. If you'll tolerate $52,000 a year, you'll never make $100,000 a year. If you tolerate $100,000 a year, you'll never make $1 million a year. If you'll tolerate $1 million a year, you'll never make $1 billion a year. And then if you tolerate $1 billion, you'll never make $1 trillion. The owner of Amazon, he's going for Jeff Bezos. He's going for $1 trillion. That's his goal. See? So whatever you tolerate, you end up living with. So the first thing you got to do is get disgusted. You got to draw the line in the spiritual sand and say, I have had enough. When you get to that place, that is when your life changes. Strategy number 2, you got to know that you deserve it. Oh, yeah. And so many people say, you know, I don't know that I deserve to be wealthy. I don't know that God wants me to have it. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to answer that question in your mind. If you don't know you deserve something, you'll never go after something. Psalm 112 tells us very clearly that wealth and riches will be in the house of the righteous. The Bible teaches us very clearly in the New Testament too. 3 John verse 2 says, Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper, that you be in health, even as your soul prospers. See, my friend, you got to know that you deserve it. Well, I was talking to one person the other day, and they said, well, I'm afraid of that if I get rich, I'll become somebody different. Oh, man, maybe you need some of my confidence training. Maybe that's kind of telling you inside that you're not really a good person. See, money is just an amplifier. So if you're a good person, you don't have to be afraid of getting wealth. If you're a good person, you're going to become a great person with money. If you're a jerk with money, guess what? You're just going to be a bigger jerk. Money is just an amplifier. So if you really believe in yourself, believe you're in a good person, you should want to have wealth. You deserve it. Why not you? Why everybody else? You know, I think of a lion. A lion is confident. A lion, every day, because he's confident, he gets up and decides what he wants. And not only does he decide what he wants, the lion knows he deserves it. Hey, wait a minute. I'm the king of the jungle. I deserve it. And ladies and gentlemen, you deserve it too. You are a child of the Most High God. God is the owner of everything. Can I remind you of that, please? He's the owner of the universe. All the gold, all the silver belongs to him. All the cattle on 1,000 fields. Everything belongs to our daddy, okay? And our daddy is a rich daddy, and he doesn't want his children to be poor children. But see, his children, God can want something for people, but if you don't think you deserve it, guess what? You'll never go after it. Can you imagine a lion? Can you imagine a lion getting up in the morning saying, now, I don't know. Now, I would just love to eat this gazelle, but I don't know if I deserve it or not. And I don't know if, can you imagine this? I don't know if God would want me to have this gazelle or not. That is ludicrous. That is stupid. The lion gets up every day. He knows what belongs to him. He knows what he wants. He knows he deserves it, and he goes out and he gets what rightfully belongs to him in his domain, and he takes the gazelle and he eats it. See, that's the kind of attitude. The righteous are bold. What? Like a lion. We know what we want. We go after it because we know our daddy owns it all. That's right. So you got to get past this thing of, I don't know if I deserve it or not, okay? That brings us to strategy number 3. You got to decide that you want to become wealthy. You've got to make a decision. The decision is not God's. God has already decided it for you. You've got to come to the place where you make the decision. Here's what I've learned. The number one reason why most people never become wealthy is because most people never even consider it a possibility. They're just like clueless. They never think, man, wait a minute, this could be possible for me. So if you never considered a possibility, you're never going to go after it. Think about this. What's the difference between the rich and the poor? What's the difference? The rich decided to go for wealth. The poor just simply never made that decision because they don't think they deserve it and they never decide to go after it. But friends, remember, life changes in the moment of decision. Nothing happens in life until you decide. Decisions are determining your wealth, not God. God has already determined it for you. So I want to challenge you with this. You got to decide to become a multimillionaire. Yes, you got to decide to become a multimillionaire. Now listen to me. Not for the money and for stuff. You need to make a goal. You need to set a target of becoming a multimillionaire for who you'll have to become to achieve it. You see, that gets over to the I'm just a poor person. I'm just a middle class person. See, as long as you keep in justification, you never have to become something. But once you set a goal, hey, wait a minute. I am a child of God. I'm going to set a goal to become a millionaire. Once you set that goal, you put your feet on a path that says, I've got to become something more of who I am right now, because who I am right now is not enough. But that decision, my friend, is yours. And you got to decide, I'm going to stop being comfortable. I'm going to stop being complacent. I'm going to stop complaining about my situation. And I'm going to increase my ambition. See, once you set a big goal, I want to be a multimillionaire. See, now you got to scale your ambition to the size of your challenge. And when you have little tiny challenges, you have little tiny ambition, little tiny energy to go after what you really want in life. Strategy number 4, you got to determine to never quit on your dreams. Yes, because when you set your intention, this is what I want, let me tell you, here's what's going to happen. Disruption always follows intention. Whenever you set a goal. So many people in 2020, they were setting big goals, right? And they set a big goal, and now what? Disruption happened. Resistance comes as soon as you decide to do something. And you're going to have to determine that I'm not going to quit on my dreams. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this happen. And I don't care if this COVID-19 virus has come and it looks like things are bad. You never shrink your target. You don't say, well, I set this target this big, now I'm going to shrink it down. No, don't shrink your target, but you can change your approach. But you got to determine, I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. Strategy number 5, you need to make money your slave. Make money your slave. See, so many of you are a slave to money. That's why it says the spirit of mammon. Many people are bound by the spirit of mammon. Why? Because money controls your decisions, not you controlling your decisions. See, I want you to have a boatload. We're talking about boats, right? I want you to have an ocean liner load of money. Yes. Why? Because when you have a boatload of money, you can do whatever God asks you to do. When you have a boatload of money, money is not controlling you. But if you don't have money, guess what? Now you become the slave to money. How do I make money my slave? First of all, pay yourself first. When your money starts coming in, right? The government's going to take theirs. They're smart enough to take off the top. Second, you need to give. You need to sow to God. Give your 10%. But the third thing you need to do is you need to pay yourself. Most people pay their bills first before they pay themselves. And then we say what? I did this. Then we say what? Oh, well, if there's any money left over at the end, then I'll put some in the savings account. No, you need to take 10% and pay yourself first. Now, you save. Listen to me. You save. You don't save for an emergency. I save for emergencies, and guess what I kept getting? I kept getting emergencies. You save for opportunities. That's why you're saving. You're putting money in the bank for an opportunity. And here's what I've noticed. When you get money in the bank, opportunities will come looking for you. But if you don't have any money saved in the bank, no opportunities will ever come to you. So start saving. Start taking 10% and start paying yourself. So our goal is to build a financial empire where you are mastering money, that money becomes your slave, that money starts working for you. You take that money and you invest it in a business. You take that money and you invest it in different opportunities, and you let those dollar bills be your employees. And so the more money you get, the more employees you have working for you. And then as you get more money, see, now mammon has no control over you. You are now taking dominion over your money. Now, when you have dominion over your money, your passion to save becomes greater than your passion to spend. So meaning, you get more excited when you take $1,000 and put it in the bank than when you take $1,000 and buy new Gucci shoes. Are you hearing me on that? I'm not against buying nice stuff. I have nice stuff. But you know you have dominion over money when your passion to save for opportunities is greater than your passion to spend what you do have. Strategy number 6, master your craft. Stop being a dabbler at what you do and become the very best at what you do. I call it the expert's formula. How do I become an expert? How do I scale up in what I do? Number 1, whatever you're doing right now, whatever is your profession, I want you to study an hour a day, 7 days a week for 5 years. If you'll do that, 1 hour a day, study your profession, 7 days a week, in 5 years, you will rise to the top 2 to 10% in your field, and you will be looked as an expert. And let me tell you, the world will pay you an expert wage for your expertise. So don't be deceived, my friend. Don't be deceived. So many people think, well, I'm doing the best I can at what I do. No, 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 no. Your best can get better. I want you to say that to yourself. My best. We're all deceived. We think we're doing our best. No, your best can get better. It's time to master your money. It's time to master your craft. Strategy number 7, you need to solve your real problem. You see, you can't solve a problem that you don't really know what is the real problem. For years, people, I was $180,000 in debt. Everybody says, debt's your problem, debt's your problem, debt's your problem. And they just kept telling me that debt was my problem. And so I started focusing on getting out of debt. And here's what happened to me. The more my wife and I focused on getting out of debt, the more debt we got into. Because we thought debt was our problem. I want you to hear me well. Debt is not your problem. Debt is not your problem. What is your real problem? Here it is. Write it down. Income. Income is your problem. Think about this. No matter where you're at, if I wrote a check out to you, if I decided to take this check and I wrote it out to you for $10,000, said, I'm going to send you $10,000 every single month, would you still have a debt problem? No. No, you'd be like, wow, okay, I can pay off all my bills. I can do great. That's $10,000, right? So what do you really have? You don't have a debt problem. You just have an income problem. You need more money coming into your hands, because if you had an extra $10,000, you could pay off all of that debt. You could get rid of your consumer debt. But so many people don't realize that it's all about income. How can I get more income coming in my life? In my mother-in-law's house, that's where I learned to begin to think of multiple streams of income. I need more than one stream of income coming in my life. And the first thing to multiple streams is strengthen your stream that you do have. Take the area of your life that you're making money in right now and scale up. Become the best at it. Strengthen that one stream before you go building other streams. But then begin to think, how can I build additional streams? For me, I said, okay, I'm a speaker. How can I build a stream for coaching? How can I build a stream for writing books and creating products? And I started to develop additional streams. So if one stream dries up, I got other streams that I can draw from, okay? And there's so much more to that, but you need income. Income is your problem. Income of what? Money. And you need an income. You need income coming to you of information. You need both of those, an income of money, and you need an income of information. Because what did we learn? I believe Bishop Tony Miller said in one of his seminars, he said this, he says, whoever you're listening to is forming you. Information. What you're listening to is forming what's inside of you. What's forming inside of you is going to manifest on the outside of you. Who are you listening to about money? Who are you listening to about finances? There's so many voices out there. There's so many opinions out there. You have to be careful who you're listening to, because some of the voices out there, first of all, they've not achieved wealth themselves. Second of all, some of the information out there is dated. It's old philosophies. It's old skills that worked in the 80s and 90s. So you got to be careful who you're listening to. And that's why I've created Wealth Tribe. That's why I've created Wealth Tribe. Wealth Tribe is my platform, my online platform for developing kingdom millionaires. And I want you to consider something. I want to show you and tell you just a little bit about it. Wealth Tribe is who actually supported and got behind this conference with us here throughout this week. And I want to show you this and kind of give you an idea of what it's about and how this platform can help you become God's next millionaire in your own life, okay? And so as you see on the screen there, Wealth Tribe, the #1 platform for building kingdom millionaires. It's all based on 3 pillars. See, I believe that in order to be a success in life, you've got to have these 3 pillars set. #1, confidence. #2, leadership. And #3, wealth. In order to build a successful life, you need all 3 of these things. So inside of my Wealth Tribe program, it's all online. I've taken everything that I've put together on confidence and put it on this portal. And I have what's called the Confidence Coaching Experience. Now, this program here literally takes you through a 66-day program of building your confidence to an all-time high. See, psychologists say, and it's been proven, that to the degree of your confidence will be in direct proportion to the size of your income. And I have found that true. Whenever I'm working with one of my clients to become a millionaire, and I've done this many, many times, whether it's a business person or a pastor, the first thing I do, you can ask them, the first thing I do is I say, okay, I want you to go through this 66-day program, and I want you to focus on building your confidence. You know what happens? When they start building their confidence, you can bet on it. When their confidence goes up, their income starts going up. And that's why inside of Wealth Tribe, I've put this 66-day coaching program where I literally take you by the hand and help build a rock solid confidence inside of you. Not a positive thinking, but a positive knowing that you can do it. A positive knowing that you're going to be a success in life. It's a wonderful program. And that whole coaching program is a $1,200 value. Inside it also, to help build your leadership side, I have my LQ solution, my leadership coaching experience, where I take you in that program through 25 days of building your leadership skills. And the LQ is so important. IQ can only get you so far. EQ can only get you so far. But in order to build your dream, you're going to have LQ, your leadership quotient, your ability to connect with people and to get them on your side. Because all by yourself, you can only do so much. So you're going to have to build your leadership skills. That's all on there. And then we have a whole section on wealth, on living wealthy experience, where I teach you how to build wealth in the 6 key areas of your life: spiritually, mentally, physically, relationally, professionally, and financially. This is a whole 60-day program where I help you create the millionaire mindset. Millionaire mindset, millionaire habits, millionaire attraction, and then millionaire status. Everybody wants a status, but nobody wants to start with the mindset first. Amazing, amazing platform for you to learn and grow. Now, to help you also increase your money, inside of this, we have my Become a Best-Selling Author training. And this right here is, I took a bunch of people through a weekend training called Wealthy Writers Weekend, where I just took you through the A to Z's on how to write a book, how to market your book, how to get it out on the internet. And I love it. There's a whole section where I talk about how to make money in your underwear. It's an amazing little program that will teach you how to make money by selling your story. And everybody has one of those. That's all on this platform. And people paid $999 to be able to be a part of that weekend. We also have my Become a Certified Life Coach program, where I take you through the first phase of becoming a life coach and building a life coaching business. So listen, not only in this program do we teach you the foundational pillars, now we're building and giving you an opportunity to learn how to make money, to learn some skills to create additional streams of income, to be a best-selling author, to build a life coaching business. These are all streams that if you just have a passion to help people, you can build an amazing, amazing, other streams of income that you can do and still keep doing what you've been doing. The final thing is become a world-class speaker. This was my whole training on, okay, so maybe you want to be a speaker. Maybe you say, man, Dr. Keith, I'd love to go out and do what you do and speak to groups and organizations and churches and businesses. I give you my whole plan on how to become a world-class speaker. This is all inside of Wealth Tribe. It is an amazing, amazing program. So your membership to Wealth Tribe gives you 20 different programs to increase your confidence, grow your leadership skills, and attract more wealth. You also have access to God's Millionaire Movement Facebook group page. That's a private group where I teach you and post in there about becoming God's next millionaire. You can become a certified coach, become a best-selling author with my Wealthy Writers Weekend, and so much more. Now, when you add all this stuff up, this whole program with everything, it comes out to about $10,997 value. And what I said to I said, you know what? I want to make this affordable to everybody. So we put everything, all my years of learning, all my educational material. We literally dumped everything on this online portal that you can go and you can access at your own pace from your home, right? And I said, man, most people don't have $10,000. And so what I decided to do is I decided to make it more of a community where we can come together and you can have access to all the different trainings at your leisure, okay? And I said, what I want to do is I want to make it affordable. So you can be a part of this for only $89 a month. Only $89 a month. You can get connected with my community. You can get connected with all the training. And not only that, here's what I also did. I said, most people need coaching. Because not only do you need to get around people who are thinking abundantly, you also need a coach. You need some mentoring. You need some help. You need a platform that you can go to when you have questions and you need help. So that's where I throw in the bonus of my millionaire mentoring with Dr. J. And once a month, what I do is everybody who's part of Wealth Tribe, we come online live for a Zoom chat, and I just spend about 2 hours training you, giving you instructions. We have a round table where you can share some of your thoughts, some of your challenges. You can ask me questions, and we answer some of the tough questions. And so we bring our other millionaire friends around this table, and this gives you a partnership. So many people, they've been saying, a lot of our people on our conferences, they've been saying, you got to change your circle. If you want, don't stop going around in circles. You got to change your circle. And I get questions back. This is the number one question. How do I get wealthy people in my life? Right here's a way. You got to find a platform where you can connect with other wealthy people. And then then it becomes a synergy where everybody's thinking the same. Everybody's believing big. We got enough people out there who are doom and gloom, who are going to tell you you can't do it, and tell you it's impossible. You need to be around some can-do people. You can become a multimillionaire. You can build an amazing business. You can become a best-selling author. You can become a coach. You can do this. You can change your life. You need a voice like that in your life. And that's what the Wealth Tribe is all about. These programs, all of these millionaires I brought to you over this time frame, all of these millionaires is what we're going to do all the time. This is just the beginning. And what I did is I decided to give you a free peek of the type and level of friendships that I have. And I've got a list so much longer. And what we do is we bring a millionaire on a regular basis just to share their thoughts and share their strategies. Because remember, faith comes by hearing, and hearing from the Word of God. Healing comes by hearing from the Word of God. Wealth and wisdom also come by hearing from other people who have wealth and have wisdom. So what you're hearing becomes so very important. That's why I created Wealth Tribe. Listen, we're also going to give you, we're throwing in a special, this whole program here, all of the speakers. You see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow. All of these speakers that you see here, we're going to also give you a special offer where you're going to be able to have the audio programs of each and every speaker. They're being edited right now. And also we put together the Millionaire's Strategy Guide, where every single speaker, we wrote down, we're logging in their strategies, their key points, so that you can have one place to go to where you can read it, where you can listen to it. And we're going to throw that in. So here's the thing. I want to challenge you to join Wealth Tribe today for $89 a month. And when you do, if you join today, join right now for $89 a month, you're going to get these two bonuses, the Millionaire Mentoring with me, and you're going to get the special offer of all the audios and the book for today. Okay. Now, one of the things and that's at wealthtribe.tv. One of the things that changed my life before we go, this one thing, I don't go yet, because this one thing right here totally changed my life. And I know it's going to change yours. When I was in my mother-in-law's house, this quote here changed me. It's by Jim Rohn. And he said this. He said, success in life is not something you pursue. Success in life is something you attract by the person you become. Wow. Wow. That, ladies and gentlemen, changed my life. Success isn't something you pursue like a kite you chase and you keep chasing, and it's like, I can never catch it. I can never catch it. It's kind of like being in that inner tube and drowning, say, I don't want to be here. I want a better life. I want the abundant life. I believe God has something better for me. Success isn't something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Wow, when I got that, I said, wow, what I got to do is I got to work on me more than I work in on anything else in my life. And it was at that point in my life that I said, no more television. I said, no, I'm going to pay the price. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to learn as much as I can about wealth. I'm going to learn as much as I can about confidence. I'm going to learn as much as I can about leadership. I'm going to learn as much as I can about wealth. I'm going to be a serious student and build my craft and become the best that I can be. And you see what has happened. When I grew what's inside of me, when my inner world got big, my outer world instantly got bigger. So what's going on in you is going to be a direct reflection of what's going on around you. If you're not getting better, guess what? Your life's not going to get better. If you're not getting bigger on the inside, your life's not going to get bigger on the outside. If you're not getting wealthier on the inside, here's what I'm going to tell you. Your life is not going to be wealthier on the outside. What's going on inside of you? Are you caught up in being entertained? Or are you caught up in getting the education that you need to take your life to the next level? I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed this. The 7 strategies that I share, I hope that these become foundational for your life. And I hope you listen to this over and over and over again. That one quote is why I'm where I'm at today. So the question for you is, will you invest in yourself? Do you believe in you enough to invest $80 a month into you? You spend money on everything else. You spend money on hairdos. You spend money on the nice suit and nice shoes and this and that, but you won't spend money on developing one of the greatest assets God gave you, your mind. So I want to challenge you right now. Go to wealthtribe.tv. I want you to connect with me. I want you to be a partner. Many of you have been watching every single program, and I want you to partner up with me. And I want to help you. I want to coach you. I want to give you the education. I want to provide the community to help you get to where you want to go. Because I care. I care. I hate what poverty, I hate what lack, I hate what just enough does to people. It steals your dreams, my friend. It strips you of dignity. It strips you of confidence. But I want to encourage you. You can come back from this financial setback. You don't have to be a victim like the masses. The masses are going to be victims. I want to encourage you. You can be part of the 5%. Hope you've enjoyed this. I've done my best. And someone will please post down below, wealthtribe.tv. You can go there, click on the link. And once you sign up today's the day. We're giving this whole big program out to you for $89 a month. You sign up today. You're also going to get all of these trainings. You're going to get the workbook. You're going to get monthly mentoring by me on a regular basis so that you can really become God's next millionaire. That's what we do at Wealth Tribe. We build kingdom millionaires. God wants it for you, but you got to make some decisions. All right. Thank you for joining. Will you do me a favor now? You know this is good stuff. You know I've been throwing it down. Have you been picking it up? Have you been picking it up? If you have, say yes down there. All right. Hey, just like we've been telling everybody. Hey, we've been telling everybody we love you. We've been telling everybody, hey, post down below. Hey, I'm my own guest today. Post down below. Hey, we love you, Dr. J. And do me a favor, if you really love me, just go up in the corner and hit share. Will you share this with somebody today? Put a comment. If you're watching by replay, hit #replay. Tell us what was your favorite quote of today's session. What really touched you? Will you do that for me? What really touched you? I'm going to go for now, but do that right now. I'm just going to keep this feed live for a little bit. Go ahead and and post that down below. I'm going to look down to see who's, Collins Bolo. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Jan Bodigan, my mom, she's watching. God bless you. Mira is watching. God bless you. Roger Webb, God bless you, my friend. I know you're going to be a member of Wealth Tribe. Mary, thank you for joining me. Excuse me. My South African. Hey, how are you doing? Yes, good to see you, my South African friend. Matt Anderson is watching. Matt Anderson's already part of Wealth Tribe. Wow, so proud of him. He's one of my millennial guys that's very close to becoming. He's on his way to millionaire status. He is on his way. I'm proud of him. Let's see who else. Come on, if you're on live right now, just post down below. Mike Lindsay, hey, good to see you. Mary Mitchell, good to see you. Awesome. Who else is on? Jacob Pierman, hey, good to see you, my friend. You are definitely a millionaire in the making. Let's see, who else is on? My brother, man, you know, that's pretty cool. Got your brother listening to you. Oh, that means a lot to me. That blesses me so much. That's where I am right now. He says, I take full responsibility. It's mine and I own it. That's my brother for you. That's my brother. He's a good man. Proud of you. Proud of you. Jeff Stance is watching. Hey, it's good to see you on, my friend. Jeff Englehart is watching. Hey, my friend. Good to see you. You're an amazing wealth deliverer. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. God's put that message deep inside of you. Sherry's watching. Yeah. Thanks, Sherry. Thank you for posting the quotes. I so appreciate it. Terry's watching. Thank you for everybody's watching. Well, somebody just post down below wealthtribe.tv. I want you to go over there. I want you to be a part of it, of this great community. And again, we're building Kingdom Millionaires with these 7 key strategies. All starts with a decision. You got to decide. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'm not seeing no love. I'm not seeing no love quotes. We love Dr. J down there. I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. Thank you for joining. God bless you today. Create a great day. Bye-bye.
Mr. Positivity, Mr. Positivity, Mr. Positivity. Every guy around here wants to know a secret to success. Never sure the ladies wait to impress. Always has the best advice, you know. Mr. Positivity, Mr. Positivity, Mr. Positivity. Always seems to have a plan to make you a better man. Makes the world a better place. Puts a smile on every face. He'll take you under his wing. He will teach you everything that you need to be. Need to be. Mr. Positivity.